Alright guys, I'm going to burn some wood to make charcoal today, and I'm going to do it in the simplest possible way. So check it out. I'll show you what I'm using. This is the main thing. I've done a huge amount of research on this. So I've got myself, it's a food grade barrel, and it's got no holes in it, and that's the whole point, but it's got a sealable lid. So we've got a bit of water on the top. So we're using that, and then I'll show you my wood stash. I've done something pretty clever, I think. It's been so wet here in the UK that I couldn't really store it outside, but I did have one place where I could put it, and that's in the greenhouse. So I'll show you my stash and what we're burning today. So tidied it up and cleared it out of everything that was in it, and then stacked all the wood up in different types and piles. Setting it up at an angle so it will burn better. You see what I mean once it's going. And I'll just take this lid off. Look inside, it's absolutely brand spanking new. It was £20, so about $25, and it was containing apple juice, so it was for carrying apple juice. But in the UK, from what I understand, you have to use a brand new one of those every single time. Crazy food standards, so they just sell them off in a secondary market. Yeah, I might put some bricks down there just to stop it from, if it wants to fall over once it gets a bit heavier. So I'll just let that catch a bit. Put it down there. Then I'll grab some wood. Could do with it tipped over a bit more, but it might be a bit too unsteady. There's a little bit there. Should all be quite dry by now. Yep. It looks like it will probably light. I'll get a few more bits of wood and start to get a setup that's a bit more. I'll get a setup nearby so I can stash a load of wood and have it ready to go in instead of having to go over to the greenhouse every time. Stacked up a table with some more wood, and we're making biochar. We're making biochar for our garden. It will help with the chicken's health, actually. Put it in at the start of the system with the chicken compost, and it'll travel through our gardens, and it's just going to be amazing. It's going to really help with the fertility and the water retention in the soil. You should have a look at what biochar does. It's amazing stuff. And because these are such large flat pieces of wood, we've got to be careful that we don't saturate the fire too much. So you can see I put some on each side but left the middle free-ish, just for some of the flames to come through a bit. It's going to take a little while to burn through. Ideally you would start them off like that so they can catch, because otherwise they're kind of putting the fire out a little bit, which is not, it's not a bad thing if the fire's getting damped down, because it's stopping all the stuff from properly burning through, which is exactly what we want to make the charcoal. Okay, that's a good balance. Right, that's starting to settle down a bit now. It's got a bit more volume in it, and just getting the hang of it really as well. And it's getting hotter. Some flames were coming out and getting nearish my face, so I was just having to pull back a bit and just work out where the boundaries of the fire is. But I'm so hot, absolutely boiling. So nice thing to do on a winter's day. Okay, so I'll probably keep adding the stuff in this tub, and then, I don't know, maybe put the lid on and carry about my business. But I'll show you what the results are and the coming stages. I've just capped it off with the lid, but I think I'll see if I can get the ring around it that seals it. I might need a stick as well to do some poking. I do not want to be touching this. Yeah, to actually pull that tight, I've done it before when I've had to really hug the barrel and push it in, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to tighten that. But it is choking off the fire pretty well. Maybe if I could stand the barrel up, keep it a bit more steady. Yeah, well anyway, there we go. We're cutting the fire off. The other way you can put it out is to just put a hose on it and just sink it in water, but that'll take a while to cool down, so we'll come back to that later and see what we've got. Alright, so I've got the seal on, so it's as tight as it's going to get, and I just moved the rocks that were helping it, and there's just a little wisp of smoke, if you can see it coming out there, but otherwise, there we go. There's a sealed barrel of what is hopefully going to be charcoal. We just need to you can see where all the paint's burned off. It was green. I'm just gonna have to wait for it to cool down, and look at that, bit of blue sky. Alright guys, I'm just gonna check the charcoal now. It's been 24 hours and it's cooled down, hopefully, should have done, and here's the result. So I'll just put you on the tripod, we'll open it up and unseal the barrel, and we'll see what's inside. Alright, let's see what's inside then. Let's get some gloves on because I don't really want black hands. charcoal. It'll ring off first. Need some here. Oh wow! Oh, wait till you see this. Now that's what the inside of the lid looks like. It was, yeah, there's some sort of resin or something on it. Have a look. Don't know if you can, how well you can see that. Oh yeah, you can see it quite well. I don't know how much of it has turned to charcoal. Let's test this piece. Oh, that's fantastic. Look at all this I've got. And what about this? Yeah. Oh, looks like it's been a good burn. This doesn't look like it's... No, that would have been... That's not worked at all, but that was one of the later pieces put on. And that bit doesn't look... Yeah, that's a much thicker bit. That doesn't look like that's worked. Yeah, a lot of it has charcoal. Not that bit. Oh, yeah, that bit has. Just about. Oh, that's fantastic. And it comes up to about here on the barrel. So it's a good, it's at least sort of a third full, but you know, it hasn't been broken up yet. So if it was powdered down, it might end up being like, I don't know, like a fifth maybe, or a quarter of the barrel. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I'm probably going to just put in a few chunks of it into the chicken run. In fact, yeah, I'll do that, because they'll break it up, and as I shovel it around, it'll break up as well. I might break it up a bit with my gloves as well. I don't know. I've never been at this point before, never made charcoal, so this is really quite exciting for me. Dead chuffed at how it's turned out, and I've got another burn I can do as well. So yeah, I'll put some in the chicken run and show you that. Hello chickens. Right, I've got to keep them in, they always try and come out. Look, just to give them a little guiding. Now I don't know what you're going to make of this, chickens, but we got some charcoal. Maybe break it up a bit, so we've got some big chunks and then some little bits. And then spread it around. Oh, it's turned out really nice. Really pleased with that. And that will break up further over time, and even these bits that haven't quite charcoaled, so these two bits, I'll just put them in the compost anyway, and any big bits I can dig out and put back through at the beginning of the composting system. That's not a big deal. And there we go. So that charcoal will get really nicely inoculated in here, and we'll see what the chickens make of it. But the compost as well, I'll show you an update, just some compost from the top. It's looking more and more like soil every day. It's about 2 months, and it's going to be incredibly rich in nitrogen now with the chicken poo. So, and hang on, while I'm here, there'll be some eggs, I'd imagine. I'll show you the eggs. Oh, there we go, 4 eggs. There we go. Make sure it's closed properly. Oh, couldn't be more chuffed with the first batch of charcoal then. So that's gonna do us well, even just that amount for quite a few months really, and there's another batch to do.